What's up, Pitmasters? Derek, how's it going, man?
Good. How you doing, man?
Not too bad, man. Where you at? You're another casting couch?
Yeah, a whole other set, a new set. Got the couch
Nice.
right over that way, so I got the more professional background here today for
Very
this
nice,
tasting.
man. Yeah, so what's been going on in out west, man? There hasn't been anything in Utah, I should say. It's been kind of low key. SCA World Championships went down this weekend.
Yep, that's been the hot topic for the past week. And then
Yeah.
prior to that, end of February, we had the barbecue and brew festival down in Yuma. So that was the last weekend of February. So
Yeah.
they made it a qualifier, 25 teams. Congratulations to Benny of BMAC and Barbecue. He stepped up and cooked that contest while the main cook was out due to illness. And then congrats to Meat Candy Q for taking the RGC. So two San Diego teams dominated, it looks like, out in Yuma.
Yeah, awesome. And then we want to give a shout out to Clayton Boyer, SCA
Yeah.
World Champion for
All right.
steaks. And it looks like we got a Damian Holtford, Ancillary World Champion, and then Caleb Green for Ribs Champion.
There you go, dude.
That's pretty awesome, right?
Those are some bragging rights right there.
Yeah, for next 364 days.
Right.
Yeah, man. So we have a tasting tonight. You super excited about this product? Have you ever heard about this product?
No, I haven't caught wind of this product, but I'm excited to try it. So as soon as I broke the seal on it and got a whiff of it, I'm like, oh, this is very intriguing. So it took a lot out of me not to try it before the tasting.
Yeah, man. Corey's been on the show before. He came actually on the podcast.
Okay.
As a regular show, but this is his first tasting, so we're gonna give it to him with Hearth Heroes BBQ. It looks like we are trying sweet pork and then fiery blaze. Oh man, how do you feel about heat?
I'm excited for this heat. Sounds like it's gonna be a kick. So I'm down.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's check it out.
Let's go do it, man.
This is the single best investment you can make to become a better cook.
Thermopen 1 is the best thermometer I've ever had.
My thermometer of choice is ThermoWorks.
When it comes to quality that I can trust, this is the company that I go to over and over again.
There may be other thermometers out there, but there aren't other thermopens.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good.
Doing
This
good.
is awesome. Yeah. So let's just start off with an introduction to who everybody is. Jordan, go ahead and get us started, man.
Yeah, I'm Jordan. I am the founder of Smoking Pastor Project. We're a nonprofit. We put meat in food pantries, and we love sauce and seasoning because we go through thousands of pounds of it a year.
Heck yeah, Christy Vanover. Oh,
You're mute.
oh, we don't got her. Exit out, come back. That always fixes it. John Mann.
Hey, everybody. John Mann, Alaska Barbecue Man. Primarily judge, rep, and starting to cook backyard. My first sanctioned contest is the American Royal backyard this weekend. So,
Oh man,
let's see how that goes.
See what the hype's all
Main
about.
goal is no DAL. That's all I'm going for.
Right? Yeah. Christy, we got audio on you.
I think so. Can you hear me
Yes,
now?
we're good.
Yay! Sorry, I had the wrong microphone selected. Yeah, so I'm Christy Vanover, the girl who doesn't know how to Zoom call. Competition judge, and I organize competitions all throughout the West Coast.
Perfect. Yeah, and then we have Michael Peterson. Shout out to him. He is currently stuck at work, and then Robert Meyer. He is in a blizzard in Wisconsin, so
Right.
we will catch up with them with their full reviews. But Corey, man, welcome to the show. Let's talk a little bit about your product. How did you come up with this product and decide that you're going to get into the rub game? Oh, you know what? Did we forget Marty?
Marty.
Oh, I did. Holy crap. Marty, you're up. Sorry.
It's all
Chrissy
good.
threw everything off.
No,
Christy's
don't
fault.
do that.
That's right. I know I'm not important to you, so that's okay. So yeah, Marty Rich, Mental Voodoo Barbecue. That's what we compete under. I also own Voodoo Roasters Coffee, which is one of the sponsors for some of the Utah barbecue comps out here, and as well as a sponsor for the SCA. So love getting involved in this and love using the rubs and experimenting, and I'm excited to try these.
Nice. And great headset. It has great audio, by the way.
Thank you.
All right. Let's try this again. Cory, you ready? How's it going, man?
Good. How about you guys? Now I can hear you.
Good. Hey, do you want to just tell us a little bit about your product and who you are and how you got and decided to do this barbecue thing? Barbecue rub thing?
So we're Hearth Heroes BBQ seasoning. We're all gluten-free, low salt, dry rub company. We don't use any fillers, additives, anything like that. Started out as a chef about 20 years ago. Was in the restaurant industry for a long time. COVID hit. I said, nope, done with COVID. Done with the restaurant life. And so we started up the business and just kept starting to grow it.
Nice. And if I remember, you're pretty much doing everything on your own, right? You're packaging and bottling and doing everything, right?
Yes, sir. I bottle, label, everything by hand. We batch everything by hand, small batch.
Yeah. That is awesome. So tell us a little bit about this sweet pork that we're going to go ahead and taste, and we're going to give your feedback about. How did you decide to go with the sweet spark, I should say?
So we went with the sweet right off the bat because I figured it went good on everything with chicken, seafood, pork, whatever it was. It was just it was an easy blend to make, and nobody really worried about the heater being too hot. So that's why we decided to go with the sweet spark.
Ooh, smells good.
I like it. It kind of has a. It's not actually really that sweet. It's very neutral. It has a nice balance of salt. There's nothing really offensive in it whatsoever. I feel like this is a great base rub, and I'm assuming if you pair with some of your other rubs that you have, it'll really pop. Like I said, yeah, there's not really anything that's like really standing out and nothing that's not really shining through. So I feel like it's a well balanced flavor here.
Appreciate that. Yeah, we use the big one is cumin. We use cumin in it to kind of give it that earthy flavor, but very low salt. I'm not a huge salt fan. I know a lot of people are, but my thing is you can always add salt. You can't take it away.
I'm a true believer of that. Trust me.
So a lot of the rubs out there are just, super salty.
Yeah. Jordan, what do you think about it, man?
Well, I love, I'm not a huge cumin fan. And so I've had this a bunch of times now over the last year and a half, 2 years, a year and a half for sure. And it's not super cumin forward is what I like. Like you taste it, but it's not, sometimes cumin is just so overpowering. And so that's what I love about it, that people love it. So I love that they get that taste, but I don't like I said, I don't love it. So it's not super strong. It doesn't make me not enjoy it.
No. Christy?
Yeah, good job, man. What I really like about this is it's even though it's called a sweet rub, it's not overly sweet at all. I get the savory notes first, and then you get a little bit of sweet on the back end, which I like. But what I'm really enjoying about it is the variation of texture. The garlic powders, paprikas, cumins, those are super fine, and I feel like they will dissolve very beautifully into the meat. But then the salt and the black pepper are really coarse, and I think that's going to help give you that texture and that bark and that nice crunch on it. So I feel like as soon as I cook with this, you're going to get those different layers. Like I said, that subtle layer that just melds into the meat, and then that nice bark on it. So that's what I really appreciate it. Good job.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
John?
Yeah, kind of what everybody else has already said a little bit about with the label. I was expecting, a real sweet forward punch there, but you don't really get it to the end, and it's the brown sugar sweet, which I really enjoy more than just the pure white sugar. That so I was a little bit nervous being a diabetic and having it being sweet, and like, all right, we're going to be loaded with sugar here, but it's not. It's well balanced, and like Christy said, with the different sizes, I guess, of the particles, it gives it a different texture, and I think with the lighter, it's gonna absorb into the meat quite pretty good quickly, and so I'm looking forward to trying it. I'm thinking pork right off the bat, but chicken, maybe some salmon.
Most definitely. Marty?
Yeah. One thing I noticed on this is like everyone else is saying, it's really mellow for a sweet one. I get the sweet, and I love the brown sugar versus like what John was saying. I think the thing with this is that I thought it was so balanced that as I sat there and let that kind of melt into my mouth, I could taste each one of those ingredients. I could pick them out. They're coming out. So it's not like anyone's blowing out one of the other ingredients. It's very balanced. It's not overly sweet, and I love that. I think this is a great one, and it could be actually something to go well on a lot of different things, not just like pork and stuff like that. This has got enough versatility because of the balance. I think you'd find yourself using, or I would find myself using it on quite a few different things that probably not normally a sweet rub would be used for.
Right.
So,
Yeah, like
well
French
done.
fries, it's like I said, it's very neutral. Nothing's offensive on it. It's very like well balanced and perfect where you can go either way with it. So
got to go with the popcorn too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way we did it was like the brown sugar. So we toast all that brown sugar and pull the molasses out of it and then regrind it so that turns it into, it's not as sweet.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Right. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people overdo sweet with, too much brown sugar, whites, honeys, and everything like that. And you're kind of really limiting yourself, but this, you're not. It's really definitely opening up to many different things that you can use it with. Derek, what do you think about it?
I see what you did here. I see exactly what you did here. Yes, with the granular structure, it melts right in, and then you get the larger chunks. So yeah, I don't think too many rubs have a cumin in it, and this is well balanced with that cumin. That was the earthiness I got on the front end, was that cumin. So it reminded me of a Mexican style or like a carne asada steak rub similar. So I got that right in the beginning, and then I got hit with the savoriness, and then it finished with the little bit of the pepper that's in there as well. And again, like Marty had touched on, no one ingredient is fighting for attention. They're all there at the front line. They're right here, very presentable. And realistically, out of all these rubs we've ever tasted since we started doing this is probably the one rub I kept going back for more and more, because I was like, there's nothing offensive. And I was like, it's not overly sweet. It's not blowing out my palate. And I think after the second or third one, like initially I got more of that oniony garlic and then the cumin, and then I tried it again. I was like, okay, now the cumin's up front and then followed by the onion and the garlic. But no matter what, it's still finished with the savoriness and then a kiss of pepper. So this, I thought right off the bat, everybody's talking about how versatile it will be. Right off the bat, I was like, this is not going to offend on vegetables. So whether it's asparagus, grilled veggies, directly on, it's not going to be overly sweet. It's not going to complicate it. It's actually going to complement any kind of base you use it on. So if you're using it on vegetables or pork or chicken, anything like that, it's really going to highlight it. So no, nice work with this.
I appreciate
And the
that.
kind of way you said, Christy, as well, too. It'd be great on like in competition because it's not offensive. It's going to give you flavor, and then you can also build around it, with your injections and then also your sauces and everything else. So,
yeah.
I like how you can control the salt as well, where it's not overly salty. That's a good thing for the comp as well.
Yeah.
Put that on your chicken wings there, Christy, and see how they do.
I know I just made wings, but we weren't allowed to taste it before we started the show. So I'm gonna have to make more wings now.
All right. Now we're gonna move on to the fiery blaze. Let's see if it blows us out or if it's a nice touch. That's kind of where we're going with this, guys.
So it's the same base as the sweet, and then we added habanero powder, Thai chili powder, and Mexican adobo peppers. And then it's hot, but it's got flavor. Like that was our big thing.
Got her.
Yep, got him. That is hot.
Here we go.
Wow. Okay. So it starts off really mellow. It starts off really mellow. I'm coming in with some of the sweet to try to break this out. But it builds really, really fast. But the thing is it's a I think what you said is kind of, it has that Mexican heat to it, that really strong grab bite. I actually like it after it's calmed down a little bit. I can see this on some tacos, carne asada tacos, even some chicken fajitas. I just think anybody who's trying this, just be kind of on the light side. with this because it blew me out for sure. So
I have some people that use it in injection when they do their briskets.
Got milk.
Wow.
Oh man, Jordan, how you hanging in there, man? You
Oh,
roasted?
good. I love it. No, I love it.
Yeah.
So
It's
we
not
use
fair.
this
He
a
has ice
bunch.
cream.
Yeah, I do have ice cream. We put this on. So in my house, my kids love heat. We make a garlic knot in our pizza oven, and we sprinkle this on top. We use it on fettuccine alfredo. My kids put it on pizza.
Wow.
They like spice. So mellowing it out with the cheese really helps. I did a whole chicken with this, and it was great dipping it in ranch, kind of getting that offset of a buffalo seasoning. So I like heat. I didn't take a drink till later on after you all, just so you know. I watched. But I will say, I love the way it hits at once a little bit later. You get that first taste and you're like, oh, it's not hot. And then you're like, oh, yes, it is. So I first tried this actually on live with Cory. Smoked cream cheese. This is really good on smoked cream cheese because you're not getting that super heat. Really good to dip with pretzels. So that's one of my favorite seasonings of his.
Wow. Yep. Christy, how'd that go?
Yeah, so hot, but here's what I love about it. I appreciate that the peppers taste real. They taste natural. It doesn't taste like you said, there's no fillers in this. So I'm tasting the different notes of the peppers, like the floral notes, the fruity notes, the earthy notes that the different peppers that you use have in this. I don't know that personally I would put it on as a rub, and I do like heat, but what I love about it is I think this can be a shortcut for making like an enchilada sauce. I feel like instead of drying the peppers, taking the dried peppers and rehydrating them and stuff, I feel like I could throw this in a pot with onion, tomato, and some water and make a quick enchilada sauce without having to do all the rehydration. And you're going to get such a variety of peppers all in one bottle. So yeah, I feel like that's what I'm going to use this for, because the flavor notes of that are just so really balanced with the garlic and everything else. So yeah, good job on that, because I do like to make enchilada sauces and taco sauces, and you just created a shortcut for me.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
John.
I mean, I dove in too deep to start with, but I do enjoy heat, but that's hot. It really is, and I'm thinking chili. I think it'd be great to warm up some chili. I like a spicy chili, but I like it spicy enough. I need to add a little bit of dairy to it to get to calm it down. Jokingly, I did take a drink of milk though, but it helped. But I got way too much right up front, and it's like they were saying, it's like not much right off the bat. But on the finish, oh my goodness, it's got some kick to it, and so all I could think of is a KCBS contest. If you want to blow their palate out for put this on your chicken and put it in there first, right?
Oh man,
but
Marty,
yeah, I
good flavors though.
I don't know what you guys' problem is. I don't think it's that hot, but no, I can taste the heat, and I love heat. One of my favorite peppers to cook with is habanero, sparingly, because I like the fruitiness of the habanero, and I can catch those notes inside this, and I really, really like that. I will say that I know it has the same base as the Spark, but the heat is enough that it just kind of pushes right over the top of the others, and you have a hard time picking those other ones out. But the first thing that I wanted to do when I tasted this was, first thing I thought of anyway, was I want to do some skirt steak tacos, because I think this would just light that up. And when you mix everything up with the taco and you get all the dressings and sour cream, whatever else you put on it, it's going to balance that whole thing out, and it's going to have such a fantastic depth of flavor. So for me, I love this, and I would actually layer it with your Spark. I think the combination of the two would really give us, a kind of a wide example of different products we could put it on. It'll go on so many different things. So I like this. I like it a lot. Like I said, I love the heat, and I'll be using this one. Nicely done.
I appreciate that.
Man, I'm still on fire. Cory, you roasted me. It's fine. It's fine.
Marty, I agree with you, man. The layering effect, though, knowing what it is now, in moderation, I think it would be amazing.
Yeah.
Diving in, it's not one you can take a whole handful, but
Well,
but you know, in the layering, I think it'd work good.
well, I did go in for a second try. I did probably about 50, about a I guess 75-25 mix of the two, and it actually was a really nice balance. But I think with it's definitely a shortcut to any of those Mexican dishes. Christy, you hit it right on its head. You know, taco seasoning, enchilada sauces, things along those lines. Even elevating, you know, if you have just making some fresh garden salsa, you can spring this in for the heat factor as well too. So it's very versatile. I'm going to use it in breakfast burritos for sure. So I don't know if I can integrate it anywhere in competition. I don't want to offend John if they're on my table,
Come
man.
on, man.
I think it'd
Go
go
big.
great on
Go
wings.
big.
Yeah. Yeah. Derek, let's hear it.
Yeah, that just kicks the door down. It really did. Even just a little bit definitely goes a long way. I had to do similar to what Anthony did on the second and third try. I was like, all right, let's do an 80-20 blend of the Spark with this one. Yeah, I was say if I had that in the barbecue shop and had somebody sample that, I may have to cut it with something because it's right out the door. It really is. It's got great flavor. Um, but right away, as soon as that intensity hit, the only thing I think of is like, how can we layer this so that way it doesn't take away from whatever it goes on? Because I feel that can happen real quick, especially with the poultries and things like that. But if you're using it as a seasoning on, let's say like somebody had mentioned wings, once you get it, a lot of these rubs all cook out too. You know what I mean? They
Right.
taste completely different once you cook with them. So I think that's piqued my curiosity because right out of the bottle, right out of the gate, it's very intense. So, but again, you've now piqued my curiosity as to what I could layer it with to make sure it complements and doesn't take away from whatever it goes on.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, this was actually I like both of them. Quite a bit, but I'm gonna lean into the Spark just a little bit as my favorite out of the two, just because I blew my palate out immediately with the fiery, but it's okay. But I can see me using both of these. I think both of these bottles are actually gonna go pretty quick in my kitchen, compared to some of the other stuff that we've had. But this is definitely a great product, and this is not just these are just two products of it. How many products do you have?
We have 4 total. So I have
Right.
the sweet, and then we have our spicy, which is we call it similar to like a red pepper flake heat. And then I have a salt, pepper, garlic, where we use pink Himalayan sea salt, and then we toast the black peppercorns. And I just cracked the black peppercorns, so like they're not fully. I don't know if you can see or not, but they're not fully crushed, or so you still get a little bit of that black pepper on your meat.
That's the advantage of you being able to do it all in house. You really get to get all those and those little notes that you're doing. Those stand out for sure.
Yeah.
And we're actually working on a new one. We're gonna do the salt, pepper, garlic with a butter flavor and jalapeno.
Okay.
Nice. So you like the spicy stuff because all your stuff has some kind of a kick to it.
Yeah.
It's good stuff, man. Yeah. Chicken quesadillas. Yeah, I can. This combo pack that you sent out to us tonight is definitely going to be a rounded use. It's not just going to be for just straight barbecue. It's going to be for everyday cooking for sure.
And that's kind of what we went with. Originally the barbecue name was because a buddy of mine that I was business partners with was going to comp, and then he chose to go a different route and stay in the restaurant life and everything. So I ended up buying him out. Well, we had already got the LLC, so I was like, I'm not going to pay all the money to change the barbecue part of it versus. So we just left it as it was.
Perfect. Well, cool. Final thoughts, Derek?
No, it's versatile. I'm going to use them both together, obviously, to layer them, and especially with the fiery, I was thinking it'd be perfect for especially eggs. So with a little bit of help from the sweet spark. So, but I'll definitely gravitate more towards that balanced sweet spark if I had to pick one between the two. But nice work.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and then also one other thing I wanted to comment. I don't know if you guys are all behind me on this or not, but the bottle is super basic. There's not a lot to it.
I like
it makes it super easy to read. It's able, versus reading all these advertisements throughout the bottle. It's just pretty much straight to the point, which I like on that as well. Chrissy, yours is very clean the same way. It's just straight to the point, and there's not a ton of stuff on there either. And I like those. I prefer those bottles anyways. If they get too much going on, I kind of lose interest on the shelf immediately.
No, that's a great point. That immediately stood out to me too. I like that you got Minnesota on there, so you know where you're from. Dry, small batch, and then like the ingredients. It's fun because you say the flavor. Like this is what it's all about. Yeah, I immediately like this. It definitely like stands out on a shelf and stands out in my pantry. So love it.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Anybody else got anything else to say tonight?
Thanks for sharing this with us. It's really fun.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you for giving it a try.
Yeah,
I think I had one question for Cory. Where you've kind of built these up to be kind of layered and things like that. What would be your favorite thing to put these two on?
So I like fiery. So I'm doing three corned beef briskets fiery blaze tomorrow morning.
Oh, that sounds really good. With that salty heat, actually, that sounds really good.
So yeah, I definitely use the fiery more than I do anything. But I know one of our restaurants here, he does pulled pork and everything, and he uses the sweet or spicy as his combination. So
nice.
But I definitely I use it on everything.
Hey Cory, on a pork butt, a big chunk of meat. Can you be pretty liberal with the fiery and not overdo it?
Yeah, because it will cook through.
Okay.
So it cooks through pretty evenly. Like I said, we have a team in Texas and they inject their brisket with the fiery. So
yeah.
Wow.
I think we had a comment in the section too. The girl can grill said she does that with her brisket.
Yeah, she does. Yeah. So
I think one thing to note too is always like Cory is the small batch stuff, but like he's on TikTok live a lot, actually bottling and stickering and packing like live. So you get like that behind the scenes cool-esque of seeing what's actually being done. Of it's not a big co-packer, and like so you see like I poured that fiery in a styrofoam cup, so you see like all those granules, like it's real stuff. It's not fine,
and I literally I label everything by hand.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
yeah, he's putting in the work, guys.
Nice job getting them straight. That'd be have them crooked. There you go.
Yeah,
there's the wheel. So, I've gotten pretty good at it by hand.
I bet you'd have to be. Well, cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight, Cory. We appreciate it, and then we appreciate the rubs, and then we will be cooking some stuff up and tagging you in these and see what we can come up with.
I appreciate you guys.
Definitely
appreciate it.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks.
All righty. Everybody have a good night.
You guys have a good night.
All right, we'll see everybody.
See ya. Bye.